Hello and welcome. Right, just checking the telehandler weight a little bit while I was just starting the camera. So, yeah, just seeing. Oh, it's a bit off center, but I'm not sure it's me because it's grabbing in the right place. I think it's the attachment place on this. So I'm just trying to stick the. Oh, okay, that shouldn't be going there. Should have a standard attacher that anything should know about. Now that's better. It is. That's attaching properly. There's another attacher that's sort of inside that shouldn't be there. It's the one that I actually did when I first created this myself, when I didn't know so much about attachers. Not that I'm an expert at it, but yeah, I do know through looking at this a lot. Right, so then prices. When are we need? Yeah, he's doing a cracking job, but as you can see, there's a lot to do still. But I'm not worried. We're going to go through. So we did our canola field. We've just torn our sunflower field, and I've not brought in the addition. I brought in a few more vehicles, just a few. I'm not, yeah, because I'm not sure it's not a bit like a point system where let's just make sure as well that this has not done the glitch thing straight away and it's multiplying. No, so 33,000 and sunflower oil is 13,483. Should we have that much so straight away? 13,000? I didn't see what we got. Nothing. That's like multiplying tremendously. Let's have a look at the sunflower oil, because this is a standard Giant's recipe with the addition of pig food is all. So, I mean, it's 20 produces 15, which is 5. So it's not multiplying sunflowers, you know, like it's taking 20 to do that. So I'm not, you know, the recipe's sort of Giants only with maybe slightly less wastage. I don't think I've altered the recipe that much. All I've done is added pig food, I think. I'm sure that's right. But it's still taking 20 sunflowers and producing 15 sunflower oil when all's said and done. So what did we have? 30. We did have a little left as well. So sunflowers. We'll keep an eye on it. 33,000 is left. Or we literally left this, so it shouldn't be doing... Yeah, it really shouldn't be like anything stupendous already. I know I keep saying it, but I am really chuffed with where we are at present. So is there anything we need to be looking for to be selling soon is my real point of our... In fact, yeah, let's look at the time saving stock check, which is probably our best. Oh, yeah. Now you're being hilariously funny because that's a script pays a mod, so that's not at the minute. So we've got to do this old school. Yeah, I did bring the whiskey factory in as well. I thought it was a bit appropriate with it being Scotland. It's something that's quite often, frequently made in the Highlands. So yeah, let's have a look. So sunflower oil is selling in best price is March. Yeah, so March, so soonish then. Yeah, I mean, so this is the time to be selling sunflower oil is March, right? And I might make this into sunflower one so I can control it better because I don't think I've ever had this glitch where with mine where I've ever had this. It's always been base game things that have gone wrong. From memory, it seems to be about right. So it might treat unique field types a bit differently. This lot is all January, isn't it? So how are we doing in our... Yeah, the chipping factory, how are we doing? Plenty of water. 82,000 loads of glue. So that should be all my life. Yeah, no, that is doing well. Again, it had a shed load of glue. I always wondered if the glue... Are we running out of... No. It's just like it's ripping through it. If we can look at the right one. So the guar glue, it's got water. It's just out of guar beans at the minute. Is that not... Yeah, it's distributed. It's just like run out at present. So it is doing very well. So in January is when we're looking to sell that shed load of stuff. That again, if we'd got the time saving structures, that is a lot. Yeah, that this year is going to be. We had a shed load of extra glue. It's still It is dinting the glue. We had 85 tons, so it does go to show an excess of glue is actually quite useful. So it's probably not a bad thing to run a guarbine if you can afford it at the beginning, which I'll not be able to because I'm always running this extreme. That's trying to keep my own interest in the game. Yeah, I saw another content creator. He said the same. He was getting complacent and all the rest of it. He'd been doing the channel for 3 years and he was having a break for a bit. Now, I had that, but I pushed myself to come back, but I need to do it my own way a bit. So I hope you'll all stick with me because I need to try to reinvigorate myself so that the game is not boring. Not that the game is boring. What I mean is I need to sort of try to reinvent myself or else I'm going to too have burnout, which I did, and I sort of forced myself back because I realise it is still the game for me, but I recognise I've got to like do more and try to not make. Well, yeah, it's true. No, you can get into a bit of a rut where you're doing the same old thing all the time, and I found that like in FS25 where I was the fertilizer mod, all that, and I'm like, look, it's boring for me. It's got to be boring for those viewing. So, and then now I'm in the modding. I'm keep creating new recipes, and I'm trying to make them balanced. Obviously, they come in 3 different flavors. So the super that I frequently go for is really powerful, but then you pay more money for that. So again, it's not me cheating or anything right now. No items. So let's scoot through a little. Let's pop down the store as well. Now it's got its own telehandler. It is quite useful. If I can see it. And I keep looking for mover and thinking, oh, I've left a tractor down there. No, I haven't. No, it's not. It's the mover. So let's go through till about 1 o'clock. We've ordered, still got a few bits and bobs that we've ordered. So, yeah. This seems to be seriously struggling. I think it's just this map, but I must go on another map to check to see if the sales is bad on anything. So let's grab that. We'll save it. Yeah, I'm trying to, for this type of thing, just like purchase it and then slip through, carry on. So let's go through to about 5 o'clock. Yeah, we're meant to have to go awful long way through the day to actually get anything else drop. It's just not what I'm used to seeing. And then there usually is nothing. Yeah, and then you've got to go through to about 12 or 1 in the morning before anything else drops. It's crazy. 1 item in an entire day. It's just not what you're used to seeing at all. Not even on the base game as it's been since the beginning. Has it been this bad? So I'm thinking it's got to be Kinlaig. And I can't think Sea Giants changing things that much. Not really. Not a terrible tick up, but not a good one either. So 273, 892. Oh, are we losing money? Let's go through to. We were 303. No, now that went up a little. Yeah, it's going up a little tiny tick each hour. Let's go through till about 8 o'clock. And remember, yeah, we're in November, so we're quite safe really at this time. 7 and 8. Let's do 9. It's a bit nicer then at that time of day. Oh, brilliant. I only just put that in the Universal. Yes, I like this. It's a cracking mod. Is it a spanner? Oh, God, it's one of the big modders. I like it without the cabin. And it's so worth the 3,000 for a 250 horsepower. It's such a good thing at all. Now we have to have, yes, a weights or front loader coupler. We could have this. It's true. We were looking for a little tractor, weren't we? We could actually do that too. And it could be the all-in-one down at the. I suppose we can really run a. Yeah, we can run the. Yeah, we can run one over. Do we to keep it on the orange? I've always had it orange. Let's do something. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think that looks all right. Free painting, we can choose it. So let's buy that. That's for us. That isn't for us. It's to sell with along with the other thing that I haven't forgotten. Yes. So let's grab that. We may as well grab the... No, well, we may as well grab the tractor because we can repair it, but not for any other reason. We're not selling it. Oh, I can actually do me... yeah, now what I was going to say was... This does work with this because it has got a pin. It's one of the first tractors I tried on Maypole. Again, I'm sort of a bit of... If those are watching, I'm not forgetting the major Let's Plays, but I'm sort of struggling a bit. I'm trying to find my way back into the game after like a fortnight off of it. I am sort of still struggling, so I'm about at the end. That's why I'm on my new farmer, and I'm glad I've posted it. I love my new farmer. It is the new American new farmer. I do like my new farmer too, but yeah, I love my new American. So I'm posting that at the minute. I'm not sure if I've got many maypoles left. I might be the odd maypole scattered in, but I'm wanting to get back. But it was getting major, so I need to be in the right frame of mind. And at the minute, I'm sort of like keep wanting to leave the game, and I'm not wanting to. Yeah, I'm wanting to carry on as I have. I love the game, but I just don't love the game as it is. But I've sort of got to embrace the fact, and also yeah, over this cheating. I was literally at work yesterday thinking, oh, I just can't be doing this. I hate cheating with a passion. Shall I just find another game? And I thought, no, we've got to like learn to deal with it. So I started to talk to the AI about whatever this bug was, and it is a bug. In fact, there are 2 or 3 bugs like this that giants know about and seemingly are not spending a lot of time fixing. I suppose that's because they've got so much to fix that a bug like that is not their main sort of area of want, so which I can sort of see that would be a thing. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mistakes to aim for in the game at present, so sell you, yes. Repair you. And sell you. That's not bad. We broke over 300,000. So it's only November. Our worker's busy doing a very good job on that. Another few minutes and that's going to be literally gone. So let's go through till about 1 o'clock. And we have got a few items, as I say, that we've ordered. So hopefully at some point they will grace us with their presence. But I'm not holding my breath. It's terribly buggy, this particular thing. Well, at least I think it's got a bug. But yeah, even the buying of items is, I mean, we ordered some things a long time ago and they're not popping, so it really is terrible. Let's go through to tea time because that was a bit of a zippy one. 5 o'clock, and then we ought to be going 4 now. It's sort of like quite bad for light at this time of year. No, it's really is that bad. So let's go through till 12 o'clock. Oh, no. That's not bad at all. Yes, that was not a terrible... oh, no, that was a good tick-up. It was. Excellent tick-up. And still nothing's passed. Wow, that is shocking. Right, okay, let's go through till 8 o'clock in the morning, where it maybe have a bit of light to the situation. Not bad, not bad. Because it is. I find it done off. It's the 8,000 one is just too powerful. Wow, that's awful. But there are some. There used to be a month where you didn't get anything. So maybe let's give it a benefit of the doubt. I think it's January. Our prices. Let's just check what they are at present. Oh, he's got a long way to go. Actually, it's more than you think. Let's have a look then. Prices. If we look at these, they are 2342, 2349. So really, these look like they're on top par with what they should be. 1717, slightly higher. We've gone slightly higher than top. So I think we'll leave it here. Has it been a long enough session? No, it's 20 minutes long. I don't think so. I don't think so, mate. I think that's a little bit of a short session, you know, like full stop. Let's grab the mover or the Elmers. Do we need... I think the... Yeah, because we're not going to be planting until next year, so I think the Elmer's is a bit of a, we don't really need it, and there's not much straw going on at the minute, so we could take the little one. This is sort of, if this is going to be the tractor that's going to take away the Unimog, we could well do that. And if we do find it's better to have, haven't we got a front loader? Or did we sell it? Is it up top? Discarded, or did we sell it? Because we seem to be like, you know, we do that straight away. So let's take this up across the road and let's see our route to our animals this away, and we'll grab the Unimog. I think he's more suitable. This is a really good tractor. Yeah, I think it's true actually. Yeah, we'll leave the Unimog up there and he can have the big trailer. We'll add this to our arsenal of weapons over this side. Remember, you've got to manually indicate. These are little tiny pinprick indicators, but then it's yeah, it depends on the. I mean, I don't like them. I'm not going to pretend I like them, but yeah, I mean, they're tiny little things. I don't know how you're supposed to see them. For saying it's a safety device where you could possibly not see them, I think that's fairly... I mean, I know flashing lights tend to bring your eyes, you know, like to them. Yeah, I have noticed the Christmas lights, yeah, and the snowman and things like that. Yeah, it's oh, and the water on the road, love it. Yeah, it is. It's amazing. Well, we've got to drag this header as well. It's annoying me that I've left it, even though we were a little bit busy last session. We ought to grab this. A new Highlands fishing. Yeah, we will investigate the fishing, but again, it's not going anywhere. But obviously, this is the map. How come the rock is showing all of a sudden? Did I soften that a bit too much? Perhaps. Maybe. Right, that's yeah, it's got bad brakes. Very bad brakes is all I'm going to say that is a bit bad about this. So then, let's get, yeah, I think, who is on the, someone's on the trailer. Somebody, oh, is it you? And I think no one's on the trailer. I think actually, trailer's on its own. So let's grab that. Can we grab that? Like, it should be able to grab the trailer, but it should attach to the trailer hitch type thing. Oh no, it has got the, yeah. This is here. So, I mean, we've got a good overlap of, like, things, because obviously the... Oh, no, we were just on it. We weren't actually on it. Right, okay, let's grab this. And this is the one that is terrible for me to get to, because I really didn't think about where it was going. And obviously it's full. We've got a lot of wood chips that we've got. So let's get this. Is there a good way to do this? I'm not sure. I think to be a bit of a mountain, go and climb on the rocks is probably the best possible thing like that. And then it's going to make the thing on level, which is the worst thing you can ever do to any trailer. The very worst thing. It's the key to flatness. I know this from having done it in the wrong place too many times to know that, yeah, it's a thing. Obviously, we're not really bringing the team into play a lot, but it's a good team that we've got. We've got, obviously, the 700 horsepower Prinoff, the 306 horsepower JCB, as it is presently. Right, wood chips. Right, we need to tell the wood chips to distribute, don't we? So they don't actually... yeah, so we want those on distributing, and then we should be able to stick them back in without them actually popping out again. That's what we really want. Yeah, let's grab them 2 or 3 at a time. A couple at a time will do, I think. And then we'll grab the real stuff out that is now going to pop. So only 2,000. So it shouldn't pop back out. It shouldn't. But if I'm not quick... Oh, what? Why am I... Well, weight's catching because that's a bit low. Okay. Yeah, that's lowering. I might have to drop the weight, I think. It's going to cause us issues. Yeah. So I think we're alright. I think we can do still. I used to do 4, but I found that I was dropping them off. So I'm going for 3. It might take longer to do, but you're not getting them fall off. Apart from mistakes that I made, that's an awful long way away for the trailer. An awful long way. Let me try and just push the wood chips off this, and then it's probably needs to. Now this, I need to do the collisions better on this. I can go into the body of the base a little bit too much, and I shouldn't do. So that needs a bit of attention. Right, anyway, let's get into a time lapse because there's a lot to do. Yeah, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. hang on. Wasn't there a sign in my way last session, that got in its way here? It's not down on the floor, so is the game forgetting to render things? That's a bit odd. I've got to be honest, I am shattered, and you can tell. Yeah, it really is. It's probably one of the worst setup. Every single thing is conspiring against me. But I thought, well, do we just down tools? And I thought, what? Should we just wait for the perfect time to be? You know, real life sometimes is like that, and you've just got to like man up and just, you know, it's gonna be bad. Admit it, own it. You know, like just sort of say, sorry guys, I'm not at my best, but you know, I'm gonna crack on anyway. You know, that c'est la vie. It's farmers. There's no, I feel, you know, like the animals still need feeding, and that's a point actually, haven't we? Aren't we forgetting that we've got charges? You know, out of sight, out of mind. Did we feed the? I mean, I know I overfeed them and all the rest of it. So, but yeah, straw slurry. We're all right. But let's, before we carry on with this, let's do what we should be doing, like first, which is over by the yeah, that very one. We can just see the Unimog tipping its nose out. I would say our animals should now be healthy. They've had like an whole month to bed in, and they are indeed reproduction 20%, so 77 at 20 months old, and we have, wow, 4,186 litres of buffalo milk. So we really do need to be doing the said. Ooh. It's a bit of a slouch, this Unimog. For 180 horsepower, I remember when 180 horsepower actually meant something. It's like weak now. It's like 100 horsepower used to be. It's that bad. Yeah, do we... a bit of straw? I think we're alright for straw. I think maybe another TMR. I think. And then being as the Unimog is just a one-man band over here. The only bad thing is... yeah, I know what I'm going to say. I'd have to pull forward. Well, every farmer's got a challenge, so it's not really the end of the world that you've got to pull forwards and leave the trailer out and then like go through the this way. Not really. It's a bit of a poor turner as well. It's very lackluster, as in like there's nothing at all that I'm thinking, oh yeah, I really like this Unimog. I think I prefer the non-Giants one, which I thought I would, if I'm honest. I do sometimes wonder why I do pay for the DLCs, because I'm never blown away, although I am by the map, so I suppose, yeah, it's not completely. Now then, I do believe we do have a tanker, but I think we need to order a special one. But we have only been using that one for water so far, so really... So let's go down. No, I seem incapable of, yeah, doing this. Right, tankers, otherwise known as barrels. Barrels, yeah. I find them, yeah, so I think the small, the 14,000er is not a bad one to go for. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the one that you've got to, like, look all the way over there and that is buried in the ground. So find used. Continuous search. Even though we know it could take absolutely months to find this, we have already got a tanker, which we shall be making use of. No, we can't. We have got a route this way. Have we? No, it goes over the... Yeah, it goes over the hedge, doesn't it? We'd have to go through the hedge. I think this is going through people's back gardens. It does sort of lead out, but I'm not sure people would be very pleased with what I'm about to do in real life. I think I'd sooner rip the hedge out and like go into it, but we'll just risk it for a biscuit. You can do it, but I think these people would be... Well, actually, no, it's actually ground. No, it has got a proper... No, this is a proper route. No, it's doable, but I think we'd probably take the tree out to make it a proper route, but it's not as bad as I thought, actually. Right, let's grab the tanker. Let's do this. This is far more important than, yeah, I mean, we can do a complete new session where I might be feeling a little bit more myself. I mean, are we going to get on with a bit more? That's not finished, but what I mean is, yeah, animals we need to be getting on with. We could do with a bit of sugar. Honey, we could go honey route. Honey chocolate, yeah, we could. Naturally produced, we could, yeah, we've got enough cash to go into bees, definitely. So I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah, it looks a bit, yeah, what were we? We were just bringing stuff out the way. It's very quiet. I think with my Xylon, I've... no, I'm sure I did check that the sound files are there. It's not... Oh, my... I can't even reverse up a little hillock, for heaven's sake. What is... And this is what put me off. This is why I keep on... I don't want to be moaning all the time, but I know it should be different, and I know the game should be better than this. It's horrible. You're steering like a 1980s arcade game where it's terrible. You know, this is... I mean, I've got my finger on the accelerator and it's like hardly making any movement. It's just so lackluster and horrid. It sort of makes me want to think, never ever buy one of these again, because it's just so lackluster. And it is a powerful truck. The Giants are making it look like it's a pansy, a really weak... poor choice of words, but... Yeah, well, a pansy was something that was originally a weak thing, I think. That's how I understood it as a kid, anyway. Yeah, we would use the word you pansy to say you weak thing, you. No, not anything else. No, we're heading the right way. It's a bit of a biggie for this, but, you know. That's why we've ordered the little one. So, are we sneaking... Flashing lights. Oh, we might get caught on the tree limbs. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, we'll reserve this for when we've done the tree, which seems to now catch the Unimog as well. We seem to be lucky the first time. Okay, we might need to go further to the left, where we're going to snag the trailer. Oh, okay, no. We've actually managed to squeeze past. No, they are contained yards. Oh, no, not all of them. Some of them are, like, open yards. No, it's down there. Right. Okay, now we have got the government subsidy. Now, we've got to keep our eye on that, because I don't know how... You know, like how that actually works and how... Yeah, that's true. No, we were going up a little bit every hour. That would be what the... We did used to do that with our generator anyway, so I'm not sure how to sort of pay attention to the government subsidy. In fact, you know, I think I'm happy to get rid of it now so that we can't be... I mean, I only was trying to do it for a bit of the... to repay us for, like, what I was imagining was going to be $1 million, and it never was. It was a lot, but it wasn't $1 million. Right. Right, okay. Pull in through the hedge a bit. I think I've got no choice. I'm not going to, like, make it otherwise. Really resisting the turning, actually. Very, very much resisting the turning. And just twizzle around. And then reverse. It's not very good at turning. It's got a very poor turning circle. Yeah, it's I don't know if it is it could be based upon real facts that this is a bit of a slouch on turning, but yeah, it really is a horrific. I think I should actually find... Yeah, this is what I'm sort of saying. Like, a vehicle that takes 5 minutes to turn around, you know, in a small place, it's sort of like, yeah, it's definitely not the vehicle for here, though, is it? I think we're better to have a tractor. Remember, it won't tell you that it's, yeah, there. Yeah. So I think we will indeed stick some honeys down. So we're going to stick a few around. Well, we've got quite a lot of land. We could stick it on the top of this. I mean, I was doing it. Why? We could see. Yeah, we did that. It's like the hedge has grown again. Yeah, it is. We couldn't see the hedge like that before. Now it's like regrown as if... Yeah, that's terrible. It's literally obscured this particular one, and I could see right the way up to it. So that's bizarre. So Kinlaig has also got another fault, and that's it. Like draws you this back when we like draw. I know it was showing here, but we pulled this through it. Unless when we did the... No, it didn't lower it that much. That's about right. We raised it for that. We didn't lower. So that's just ruined it in a way. Got it going through the ramp now. I'll have to check in editing. It might be me. It could be me. Right, so then. Animals. Bees. We're going to go for our monster big quadruple beehives. We could stick one over here. Yeah. It's not going to, like, ever get in the way. I think... gotta not block the way. Let's see how far we're allowed. Oh, okay. We do own this though, don't we? At some point. Oh, we do there. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, we're not... 3 or 4, I think, should do is to begin with. Let's do one over this side of the field. This is a big field, and it's got a nice sized headland. Here, let's put it sort of partially into the hedge so we could at least squeeze by if we needed to. Yeah. Just about get past that, I think. Is that like a pavement? I think it is. That's another thing. It rotates too long. Yeah, I'm just gently pushing it with the mouse, which I'm used to doing. And it's like rotating, carries on rotating after you finish. I'm like, what? What is this? I don't think we own this bit down here, if I remember rightly. Yeah, no, we don't. Maybe I'll take it out at the top here. No, that we were really at the very edge, just where that is. No, we could put one. Well, there's a bit of land down here where we're never really going to go. And it's right next to the field. I think that'll do nicely. But we could sort of do it going through like that. We can see it and the bees could escape. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You rotate it just a teeny weeny bit and it carries on rotating for a few seconds. In what way is this improvements? I'd like to put me... There's the construction utilities now that obviously have been met. Why is that put it on top? Why would you do that? Okay, well, let's... Why would you do that? Why would you allow me to place it in the air? Surely that is ridiculous. Is there a stone there or something? Yeah, I mean, that's... It could be on top of a stone or a log or something, maybe. Let's just stick it there. Yeah, it could be a stone, it's true. We can always raise the ground, I think. Do we stick one more over in this corner? No, what, like sting people? We could stick it there, though. Yeah, I mean, look at that. How much it rotates when you've let... Mind you don't know when I've let go, but yeah, I really have let go. So now we need a beehive honey pallet. Location generates by beehives is placed at as pallets. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, I get it. No, that's not a bad thing, is it? We could stick that right next to the dairy would be the best possible place, I think, personally. Probably just behind here. Needs to be fairly flat though, so we might have to flatten it afterwards because we can see that's not terribly flat. Is that a long way away? We're definitely going to need a front loader though. Yeah, so it has actually flattened it itself. But we need to flatten it more. Yeah, so let's grab that area and flatten. So that we can like literally load from and to it quite nicely. It's a shame we're working in the dark almost. Right, okay. Yeah, we'll have to do that a bit better job when it's not so. It's 9:14 in the morning. It's not like it's. Yeah, but I do think let's get rid of the Unimog, and I think we'll grab the tractor that we were going to because I'm really not impressed with this. In fact. Okay, yeah, no, I know what you're gonna do. Go on then, if you. Yeah, it's true. I'm not happy. It's not blown me away. In fact, it's sort of done the reverse. It's one of them things that I think, oh, I never want this again. It's just like so rubbish, and I'm not going to pull my punches. It is. It's got may have a front and 3-point back 3-point link, but it really is very lackluster. It's terrible steering. Now the Unimog not brilliant either. The one I'm used to, but it's had plenty of good points. This it steers like a. Everything does. I can't really say it's just this, but this is even worse, is my point. Yeah, I suppose that's what my point is. If you grab a vehicle and it immediately woos you to say, oh my life, this is terrible, you don't ever really want that vehicle again. I mean, yeah, I'll give you an example. Pascal Coutts makes a lorry, but I sort of like misjudged it. And I didn't just see if we got anything in the. Did I put our Unimog in the real one? I'm going to class it as the real one as well because it's like. Is it? I think it's in trucks. I think I did, or maybe I didn't. No, I did put the next in. Oh no, I did. Yeah, yeah. Is this? Yeah. Now this is the Unimog I know. So let's go for it, the max 240. Which it's not, that's it, that's the one I'm used to. So that one, and, oh, we did, yeah, just find used. Fantastic. Continue a search, and we'll compare. We'll compare notes, is my point. Right, now I believe we have got some, now let's just quickly see how the stones are doing. There's a lot of stones in this, so I'm thinking this is probably getting fairly full. Standard work. It's only 50%. I think we'll be all right. Let's leave it be. Let's get on with a bit of loading. I apologise in advance because we all know you don't suddenly get better. So I'm going to be very poor at my loading today. But as that old saying goes, yeah, life waits for no one, does it really? You've just got to crack on, and like you're going to have good and bad days at the office. This is a bad one. It is. It's going to be very much better ones in the future, but yeah, it is. I've got to be honest, I will not help myself by the location and how. Yeah, but I'm usually better at that. I keep dropping it and like totally missing like where I'm grabbing. It's terrible. Good job that he's. Oh, okay. Now I grabbed 3 by mistake. Luckily, I was thinking when I was making a hash of it, I was thinking, yeah, but at least it's like the 5,000 litre pallets. It's not the end of the world. Even if you could only fill this with like 10, it's still 50,000 litres of product that you're sticking on here. So it's not the end of the world. The only bad thing is when they do that sideway like that, they frequently like decide at the wrong moment that they're going to flip and go the right way, and then they drop off the trailer. So it's so annoying. Yeah, it is, but it is what it is. Right, let's just go and just stick that straight on it. Should be able to do that. Should. Oh, okay. Well, that's brilliant. Yeah, they are. They are. Well, it is what it is. Right, that's time. Because I'm even worse if I'm chatting. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right. Well, I'm quite pleased with that. That's not a bad little. Yeah, I didn't expect to break a mill. Yeah, I sort of. I must admit, as I escaped, this has been recorded over 2 sessions. I sort of didn't. I was so close to going to work that I was like, didn't pay attention to them. I know it was getting high, but I didn't realize 800 and something. I became in. It was 800,000. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize it was that high. I know I remember being on 600,000 and things like that, but yeah, so that's quite stupendous. Now let's just see as well. Is our super grape sunflower behaving with the sunflowers? Did we stick it in here? Oh, huh? Oh no, it's done it again. Sunflower has converted it, but like, there's no way possibly on this earth that could have done that in that time. Now that's a crazy bug. Yeah, I've done quite a lot of research on this, and it's got various different names, and there are good bugs and bad bugs. They're all bad, but what I mean is there are bugs where you're losing constantly, and there are bugs where you're gaining constantly. Now, all you can do, and it'll only happen on PC and Mac. It will not happen on console. So for once, it's actually better to be on console. It really is. You won't get any of this kind of shenanigans. Now, Giants have been aware of it for a long time, but haven't done anything about it. And they've not even, because it is possible for them to, oh my life, okay, 1.5 million. Amazing. Absolutely stupendous. That is tremendously good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know we're doing well already, but I don't like to cheat. There's no way that we should have 87,692. It's not a gaining process. We can see this. It's a lossy process. So we did 36,000, something like that. So if anything, we should have about 30,000 litres. So it's gained 50,000. Now, the other thing is it could be Kinlaig. I mean, there are glitches on the map. I've not seen this level of cheatiness. I mean, it's not cheatiness, but you know what I mean. I haven't seen this level of like gain for a long time. I've had it on other Let's Plays, and it does bug me enormously because I hate cheating. But we've not cheated. I mean, I'm not going to keep it. Again, I feel so strongly about it that you've got to stand up and be counted if you feel strongly about something, and I do. So I've only noticed it's a sunflower oil, though, so I really don't know what that is about, why that is multiplying. The olive oil is stupendous. I mean, I've done this on Maypole Farm. We're not using the same super grapes and oils, but it's the same greenhouse. In fact, it's actually better because it's all olives. Yeah, this is grapes and olives. I prefer this one of the two, but I've got just the olives, and it's stupendous. It's a beast because it's a super greenhouse. So it's like its production cycles are just insane. Again, only sort of what I wanted, but about 10,000 litres a day. But if I remember rightly, that it's a bit too much. I need to turn it down a little. I think no, I'm not sure, but it does need to turn it down. It's too good. The Upgrade Factories mod has come out today. Obviously, I've tried to, me and another user on FS25 both had problems with the Upgrade Factory mod. And so it was with that in mind that I always designed the production, Bionic and Super so that it would address that fact. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Right, well, I'm quite pleased with where we are. The world is our oyster. I think we're going to buy a field straight away because I have always said that there's no better time than here because, like, there's most of the fields, unless the farmer's chosen one of the crops that you would go for. I like the look of field 25, and we can actually afford it. We can afford more. And it's Katie. I'm in discussions with Katie, and Katie's quite happy with me as fertiliser 100% again. Amazing. So I think let's discuss with Katie over the phone, and Katie agrees. There's a little bit of land around the edge on the other side of the a little tiny bit. Not going to really do us very much good, but we'll definitely buy that at the right time of year to actually do this. Now we have obviously got the Pilatus, but I've got to be honest, we're getting to the stage where we really need a little bit more oomph on that particular side now. So I'm thinking, and it's always a terrible thing for me to think. So let's have a look. Let's see. Can we have the Agricola? Oh. That's a strange 6 metre. The monosem. Right. That one's just seeding, and that one is both 6 metre. And that one's cheaper, but also, it's better, I think. Yeah. In so much as it's a 6 metre, opens up nice, a bit like the potato planter, a little bit, that one. And this one, it's a very small footprint, reminds me of one of the John Deeres we had in the game. It was a bit bigger, I think. It was not a 6. So that's I like that in a way, a very small footprint. We can have the fertiliser, you just pay more for it. So it's dearer than the other one. But in a way, if your things are... It's a nice unit. I like it. So I think... I'm trying to think. Do we buy a second Pilatus? It does give you the versatility. I could have sworn I did. The Agricar. We can afford it. I mean, obviously we're going to do like fine used, as that's the rules. And let's do it then. Yeah, I think we'll go big. I think we need to now, and we've still got the Pilatus Mark II as well for like doing the other fields. This is just purely silver, but we can all see I left a little tiny bit of blue on it on purpose, so that you could see that it used to be a Kinsey, which most people seem to choose a Kinsey. It's because it's such a cracking thing that we actually do it. So it is, doesn't totally look like a Kinsey. I think I've actually got it was a bit uneven. It took quite a lot of efforts to get that right. And it's monstrous tanks on purpose. It is. It's a huge... It'll outlast most fields, is like what that's all about. It really is a monster, and it's a beautiful silver machine. So yeah, I love silver. I love the chrome. So yeah, this was but I left a little bit of blue. I could have gone all silver. I just wanted to pay tribute to the fact that it was originally a Kinsey. So right, so that we've ordered. Our agent is looking for it. So we're still above $1 million, and we bought a huge field. Do we buy another field? Have we done our animals today as well? Yeah, we have. Fantastic. And yeah, we took our milk and everything. Yeah. So I think we left exactly where we left it. So yeah, I mean, I would like to go into the fishing. I've got to be honest, I would very much like to see that. And we've got $1 million, so we could do that. I'm not going to do it now because it's been a monster session, even though it's split into two. And it's, so we've done well. Definitely very, very well. 1,134,000. It does also make me wonder as well with the Kinlaig, whether that's anything to do with why I was going to take a screenshot of my unique field types, the cost, just to show that I wasn't selling porcupines. But I thought, well, I'm sure people believe you anyway, but like, what have you got to like gain anyway? I thought I'm deliberately not going to sell the grapes because they are more expensive than the not the grapes. No, the grapes as well. But yeah, really, I meant the olives, because the olives are worth more than the olive oil. But I won't sell that. I mean, we did it just as I was trying to see, had it adjusted the price, and it really hadn't. So that was terrible. So we've got everything. Did we do the... Yeah, no, we did. We did the stone picking out. Needs rolling. We've got a roller. We could set this going. We could. This is true. We could definitely set this going. And I think we have a tractor. The nearest tractor gets the job. That's what I'm just going to say. Actually, I think he could just about manage it. I think he could. I think it's a 150, if I remember rightly. So it's not beyond... Let's stick these down. Because I don't think we're probably... I don't know what I've called my poplar greenhouse. That's the one thing I am going to say. Yeah, brakes. Still not. That's true, actually. This is... I don't really want to be taking that off. So as much as I said what I did, I wasn't lying. But I did think it was the JCB that was close. But you could do the job. Yeah, even though you... No. Let's choose the Universal 650 Plus. The only thing that's a bit confusing to me is, why is it a 650 Plus when it's a 250? I don't get why... Was it originally going to be a 650? I'm not sure. I am a bit confused about the name. I mean, it's not always, but you sort of think it surely was about the horsepower. Let's see, does anything else? Well, we've only got one roll. I do think, actually, though, all things considered, it's probably not a bad idea. Well, A, to switch some lights on, and B, to probably order another roller. If I can see where the rollers are. I think we'll order another one of these, and we will indeed find used. Now, I looked in editing, and I couldn't for the life of me see any find use where I chose the wrong option. All of them I did the continuous search, so I don't know why one failed, unless it does tell you if your 98% is a fail. Now that's quite unique now, which sort of would give me something to look for going forwards. Yeah, we'll do this in the big field. I might do the same this time as I did that last time, which is just to leave the worker going. So the only thing that's going to happen is we're going to be a few thousand down. And I say that because I've got to be honest, FS25, the wages are a little bit extortionate. Yeah, when I was on Riverbend Springs the very first time, I realised, wow, the wages really do beast you on. They are really quite phenomenally nasty. I do like the farm. I love the fact that we've got these stony outcroppings in there. It's quite amazing. Let's set this going. And also we're going to have, yeah, we can do our, yeah, well, that's right. I'd left him on. That's why the JCB's not up there. So let's grab him off. How much stone did you get? Oh, not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, let's just shift you over the edge. Have we got any honey already? I know it's not a good time of year. No, we haven't. Not even... Yeah, I don't know whether it does stop being produced in the winter full stop. But, yeah, we were not going to get a lot anyway. Yeah, so, I did order the roller, didn't I? Yeah, so I think 2 of those at least. I'm not a massive fan of rolling. I also haven't got the roller that I do prefer. I do love the old 24 meter. I find it much better than the Brant is just for British maps, English maps, or British maps for that matter. Yeah, it's I found it a little bit too wide for going through like places. I was struggled on Garth Farm badly, and I took it back because I thought you can't have this on an English farm. Whereas the other 24 meter, now that it's sort of fold into just about a sort of form factor that I think you could probably get away with it. Stick this. We do seem to have gained a bit of rock back. I do think I'm right as well, though. It could well be that this map is sort of dynamic, a little bit dynamic. Giants love their dynamism. Yeah, there's a lot of, when you're map making, there's dynamic procedural placings of trees and things like that Giants love. But this is what happens is when you go to such things, it doesn't always work out nicely. Yeah, because it sort of means like the map's morphing on its own, which to me I've seen like, yeah, when we did the ramp, it wasn't there. I'm going to check that in editing. I'm just going through me episodes now. I'm not quite that far forwards. But yeah, I'm sure we covered that. But then we may have softened it again. It's only a tad. It is only a little tiny bit. But the ramp, now that is another matter entirely. Anyway, it's been a long session. So yeah, I'm going to say my goodbyes. So I'm going to leave this going for a bit. So expect that field to be rolled. But let's see, no, we can't roll. No, it's true actually. We can't roll our other field, but we can roll our new field because it did say that's a monster. He did say it needs rolling. That is true. I'm sure it said it needed rolling. So that's going to take some rolling. It is. Doesn't need rolling, actually. So fantastic. It's only field 5 that needs rolling. Or I think forwarded to... No, we did it. Yeah, you can see there's a tiny touch left that we didn't quite do properly. So actually, for once, the first time in history... Mr. Smith is actually running his farm completely correctly, including rolling, which, please, that's looks like earth, even though it's like the dark asphalt sort of looks, it's supposed to be stones. We did stones, didn't we? Or did we do asphalt? Did we do stones under here? No, here we are. This we did gravel, and then I dropped some stones on top of it. Still looks a bit earthy. I'm not sure I like the dark asphalt. It looks a bit too much like bare earth to me. The stones don't look very high. Yeah, look a bit glowy, a bit too glossy. But hey ho, it is what it is. Right, anyway, I'm tired. I'm waffling. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say... goodbye for now.